and welcome to the night's coverage for crowsnest 150 at Homestead. And no, you're not seeing things. This is the F1 car on an oval. And let me tell you, this car is a handful to drive. The aero effect on these cars are, in my opinion, 10 times worse than the Indy cars. You go down in the corner close enough to someone, you get down in there, they get loose, you get tight, it makes the whole thing hard to handle. So that'll be something we have to watch all night tonight if these guys are going to do 150 laps here from Homestead. A one-off race here for the Crow's Nest. Glad to have them back on the channel once again. Alrighty folks, I'm going to step away for a few minutes to let you enjoy practice. And as always, when I come back, we'll get to the national anthem and get ready for tonight's racing action. back here. We got about 7 minutes left in practice here. Right now, Bud still on top of the leaderboard. That is with looks like a 25.607. Dave Reyna sitting there second. James Brooks third on the leaderboard. Craig sitting there fourth, and fifth right now, Mike. That is your top 5 in practice here so far with around 7 minutes remaining. Now keep in mind, these cars are a handful to hang on to for sure with the aero package on them. That front wing up in front, you just in that dirty air, you use all that downforce on those wings, man, and that car will take off on you in a hurry. Let's take a look at the stats here for Homestead, Miami Speedway. We'll take a look here at the 4-corner track, about 1.5 miles in length. Track temp today 70 degrees. Air temp is 65 with 2 mile-per-hour winds out of the south right now. So these cars are really sensitive to the aero changes, but luckily not too bad here so far. No points to be spoken of quite yet. This is not a points-paying race. This is just one of those fun races to come and do. Again, the Crow's Nest always looking for new members. Let's see if we can get a word in with the fastest man in town right now in practice. Here in one moment. One that Bud is still. Let's see if he can go over and get us. Indeed he is.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey Bud, it's Matt if you're in the booth. You got a copy on me?
I'm sorry, my engine was making way too much noise there.
You're fine, buddy. Well, so far you're the fastest car in town, buddy.
I'm gonna have to turn my sound up. Is that you, Rudy?
It's Matt. Yep, it's me.
Matt. Hey, Matt. I can hear you now.
Alrighty, man. You're the fastest car in town right now. What a lap time of 25.607. Great job. Fast lap, buddy.
Oh, that was just getting a good run, drafting up to somebody. Really, that really doesn't mean a whole lot right there.
Alrighty, well, I practiced with you guys a little bit earlier. Man, these cars are hard to handle when you're right up next to somebody.
You just got to give some space, if I'm hearing you right.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, I'll let you go get some more practice, and best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
User was moved out of your channel.
Unfortunately, Rudy not with us here tonight. Kind of wish he was. I wish he could come out and enjoy this. I don't even know if we've got my team sheet. Let me see if we got it. Let me get Rudy over here. All right, so I need to explain a little bit of something here for everybody. A little bit of confusion on the car numbers. In real F1, the way this would work is they would not run a technical car number. It would be more of a team livery type thing. So we're going to do the best we can here and see if we can figure this one out as we go. Is about all I can tell you. I'll do the best I can here with really no
Disconnected.
team numbers to speak of. Alright, we're going to get ready to go for qualifying here. And I'm going to try to keep you in mind on who we are actually on here. I believe right here is Mike. Now that's Mike in that black and white and red machine. Out on track. 3 minutes for qualifying here. Dave Lane's at the top of the board right now with a 26.255. A little bit slower in qualifying than in practice because again you don't have that draft. These cars topping out about I believe it's around 207 by this time. Alright. Dave Lane to the top of the board in that yellow and black machine. Bud Steele right now second in that black and rainbow colored Pink Floyd machine. Bud Steele now bumped down to third as Craig jumps up to P2. Dave Lane still with your pole sitting time here with a 25.934. Take a look here at Charles back here as well. James Brooks right now in ninth. 10 cars, 11 cars. Michael Spell now has put a lap on the board, sitting back in 11th. Alright, again, it's going to be a wild one here. A whole lot of speed as Michael Spell jumps up to the 7th position. That's Mike. That right there is going to be Michael in that yellow colored machine. 1 minute remaining in qualifying. Huge field here tonight. 12 cars have taken time right now. 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. One car there rolling down pit road. One car here stopped at the end of pit road. Alright, 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. And we'll get ready to go green flag racing here in the Crow's Nest 150 at Homestead.
Connected. Channel switched. Disconnected.
Alrighty, folks, getting ready to go here. As Checkered has fallen on qualifying, we'll get ready and grid them up here. Start this 150 miler. Well, 150 laps, a little over 200 miles altogether. And we'll take you through your starting lineup here in one moment. All right. On your front row, Dave Lane will get the pole. Craig outside that front row. Starting third, Bud Steele. Fourth, Benjamin. Starting fifth, Harold. Sixth will be Charles. Seventh will be Michael. Eighth will be David. Starting ninth, Douglas. 10th, James. 11th will be Mike. And 12th will be Thomas. Starting 13th is Brandon and James. Starting 14th and 15th will be Brent alongside Darian. And starting 17th, Larry. 18th, Dwight. And that'll be, and starting 19th, Jimmy, but I don't know. I believe this is Junior. And then Michael in 20th. And that'll round out your field. So a 20 or a 19 car grid, as always. Jimmy will be up in the booth adminning tonight's event here. All right, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Everyone gridded up on pit road. Up near the front of the pack, take a look at Bud there in that black and rainbow colored machine. As Bud Steele as the pace car rolls off. 19 of these F1 cars are doing something they should probably never do, which is running the oval. Getting ready to take the green flag from Homestead. Oh my goodness, what are we going to see here tonight? We had a crazy end to last night's race, and I kind of suspect we're going to see the same thing. Everybody works their way onto the back straightaway. Behind the iRacing Ford Mustang pace car. Bud is still on the inside of row number 2. Right behind your leaders as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here at Homestead. Watch for the arrow push all night long, especially on the bottom. If you've got a lift, it's going to hurt you a ton here. And coming to green. Green is out at Homestead. We're underway in the Crow's Nest 150 at Homestead. Out the front now. Everybody will work their way into turn one. Number 1, we'll take a look at Bud here. Everybody doing a good job kind of spreading herself out. Dave Lane jumps out to the early lead, and here comes Bud. Holy cow, Bud able to make up some ground. Up to P2 as they'll head toward the stripe. Dave Lane will lead the end of the first lap, but Bud on the bottom, and he's going to make that pass and make it work. Bud still to the lead. Look back here around 5th position. That's going to be Harold working his way into the top 5 in that white colored machine. Look at Craig here in that blacked out machine working the bottom. Underneath the Dave Lane right now. Still early on, 3 laps complete. Keep in mind, fuel should be around 60 or 49 to 50 laps of fuel, depending on where you're running at in the pack. And I'm interested to see how these cars handle once you get some tire wear on them down the front straightaway once again. James Brooks back here in mid-pack, back in 10th, trying to make up ground. He's got two cars out there in that blue and white paint scheme. This pack right now all over each other. James Brooks right back here, Thomas back here, Douglas, all of these guys right in a pack. Two abreast now down the front straightaway, 5 laps in the books. Douglas right there as well, trying to keep in line. I think that's Douglas there in that other blue and white machine. He's got a similar painted car right there behind him. As they work their way down past the start finish line once again, we'll take a look at the lead. As Craig's trying to gain back on Bud Steele. Bud out front, leading the way right now. Look at Bud now doing a nice job holding the bottom line. He's got a little bit of a gap over second right now. 7 out of 150 in the books. Benjamin back here as well. Charles Johnson, Dave Lane, Thomas back a couple of positions now back. Harold alongside of Michael Spell on the outside, and that will be Harold on the bottom. Or excuse me, that's Harold on the outside, Spell on the bottom. Spell able to work his way by for 7th. Meanwhile, back up front, we got a battle for the lead as Craig goes to the outside of Bud, trying to make something work. Oh, so tight into turn 1. You may have to lift just a little bit to get that car to turn as these tires begin to wear. 9 laps in to 150. Bud still able to hang on to the lead. We'll take a look at the suspension cam on one of these cars. How narrow is that tire? That was on board your leader, Bud Steele. Ten out of 150 complete now, side by side down the front straightaway. Bud Steele on the bottom. He's got Thomas out there on the high line trying to run the middle. Thomas will now try to edge ahead here down the back straightaway. 11 laps complete. Laps click off fast here. Down the front stretch now, you'll see those 3 trying to work the outside line. 4 cars now up there, and you see how tight they're getting. That's Benjamin right there in 3rd. He has to lift not to get up away into those cars on the high side. Holy cow. I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up. Yeah, Maria, let me turn that up for you just a little bit. I didn't know how loud these these F1 cars would be on you guys, so I kind of. There we go. See if that's a little better for you. Here we go now. 14 out of 150 complete. Into turn number 1 and 2. Man, oh man, 15 laps already in the books. We look at Benjamin, Douglas, Charles, up in this top four battle now for the lead. Charles there in that gold machine trying to make a run. He'll dive outside. He'll go for third now. He's got to pull up there now. You see how this pack of cars now, they got to be careful running this close together. Disaster will strike in a hurry. Holy cow, side by side down the back straightaway. Now, I'm just going to let you enjoy the sound, sight and sound of this, because this is just insanity. But still out front, still, oh, nearly a checkup. 17 out of 150 in the books, and these guys are racing like it's the last lap up here. That's Craig there on the outside, I believe, in that black machine. It says number 3, but I don't have a number, but I believe it is that black machine on the high side. On the bottom, Thomas trying to fill the gap. Bud still out front playing both lanes. Bud still continuing to lead the way. He's got them stacked up behind him like a bunch of dominoes ready to fall. As they head out of turn number 2, 19 of 150 in the books. The white car, that is going to be Thomas driving to the outside, trying to make it work. We're going to stay with the lead battle here as we drop back a little ways. Craig back there in third, trying to get a draft back up there. 20 out of 150, and oh my goodness, if they have to pit like this, it's going to be nuts. How are you going to make a pit stop when you're packed in like a bunch of sardines? Now, still leading the way, Bud Steele. But right behind him, he's got a pack of hungry wolves trying to eat him alive. Bud Steele down there on the inside. Just running that bottom lane, keeping it to the floor. Trying to hold them off. 21 out of 150. James Brooks back here on the outside, or on the inside there in the 76 machine. He's going to get passed by Harold there. Harold getting around him. Michael Spell up here as well. Michael Spell, he's going to have pressure underneath of him now. They roll through 1 and 2. Listen to these Indy cars, or F1 cars scream. Now, Bud Steele still leading the way. Now, keep in mind, they do not have DRS enabled. And I'm going to go for a crank it up here, and we're just going to let you listen to the sights and sounds of the F1 cars screaming around Homestead here tonight in the Crow's Nest 150. All right, we're back with Bud Steele, still in the lead, trying to hold off this onslaught of cars. He's got Thomas to his outside. He's got Charles right there in third. And we're getting very, very close to pit stops here. Estimated to stop is going to be lap number 49. Bud still has led so many laps already here tonight. Man, Bud just needs to keep a straight, steady wheel. Bud on the bottom, doing a nice job just holding these guys back. They get up there on the high side, they get up to him, can't make the pass. I made some passes earlier in practice, but I'm not going to give away how. But basically, well, I kind of will. You basically want to get a big run down the straightaway, cut that car to the left, and pretty much slide job them like you're on dirt. It's the best way that I found to get around somebody. But when they're packed in here, they can't do that. In that outside lane, I'm just not sure unless you get help, like right here, we'll see. But look how unstable that car got as soon as he got back to that rear wing. It's just, man, these things are not meant to be on ovals. But these guys are doing a well of a job with them. Here we go off to turn in number 2. Still side by side for the lead. Now he's going to inch ahead. And he'll clear Bud Steele. He had some help. So your new leader now is Thomas. As Bud kind of got trapped on the inside, and Thomas had some help up there to get him through, and yellows out on the speedway. 31 laps complete. Go back and see if we can take a look at what happened. I believe Donald may have been involved. 31 out of 50 complete, and a yellow flag will fly. Oh, Donald just getting in trouble. Around he goes, and I don't think there was any other car involved. No, nobody else is involved, but that indeed brings out a yellow. And we'll get ready for probably pit stops here. Thomas will lead them down. A little bit shorter to pit window, and guess what we have, Maria? Once again, 2 races in a row. Here we go with pit strategy. Alright, so, break out the old calculator. Alright, let's take a look here. As everybody comes in for fresh tires and fuel, I'm going to take a moment to do some math. Alright, if everybody can go to full weight, that's going to put them at 83. And then their final stop should be 133. And they will be good to go till the end. So 83 and 133 right now is your projected stops with no more yellows. Thomas actually losing the lead off pit road to Bud Steele. Donald, of course, there got in the wall. And that's what brought out this yellow. Let's take a look at our race stats so far. Fastest lap in the race, a 25.4. Fastest mile per hour is a 209.08. 1 yellow, 2 caution laps. A lead changes 10 already. And an average lap speed of 25.939. Holy cow. Alright, lights back on the iRacing pace car. We'll take a break and I'll be back with you here in a moment. All right, here we go. Everybody behind the auto racing pace car. Getting ready to go back green at flag. Racing 35 out of 150 complete. Bud Still brings them down the green once again. Taking lap number 36 to his outside. He's got all kinds of pressure. That's going to be Thomas hanging with him. Thomas right there with him. Douglas back here in third. Michael back here in fourth. $37 out of 150. Bud Still leads the way. Working lap number 38 out of 150 here tonight. Bud has led a lot here so far. Douglas trying to fill the gap in third. He'll jump right down in behind Bud. We'll drop back a little ways in the field. Taking a look here at Darren. They're running in 7th position. Dave Lane back here in 12th. A little bit dicey right there in front of Dave. That's Craig and Jason, or Craig and James right there in front of him. Larry back here in 13th. James Ledford 14th. Michael back here running in 15th right now. Meanwhile, back up front, Bud Still all kinds of pressure behind him. He's still got Thomas now working the high lane. We've seen Thomas do that earlier and be able to complete the pass. Man, oh man, Thomas is doing a great job holding that lane. And now we're looking at almost 3 wide per second as Douglas has got involved in this, along with Charles Johnson. And right behind Charles, you're going to have Mike as well. Mike's going to be back here in the 6th position. Michael Spell drops back to 8th momentarily. Now he'll try to work his way back under Benjamin. Benjamin clears though, gets down to the bottom as we're coming to 45 out of 150 here tonight. As the up front, this 3-car battle still rages. Bud Still, yeah, Thomas on the high side. And I'm really impressed with how close these guys are getting in the corner and really not having too much of an issue. Because I know those cars have to be getting arrows tied on them. Douglas doing everything he can as well. Holy cow, up front, everybody all over the place now. Bud's still trying to hang on to the lead. Out front, Bud on the bottom, Thomas up high. Carl's third, Douglas fourth, Benjamin fifth. Sixth is going to be Mike Morrison. And they're going to be side by side out of turn at number 4. Man, I don't even know what to say. They have been side by side, lap after lap after lap. Poetry in motion. Putting 48 in the books. Them working 49 now. Next round of pit stops should be scheduled around 83. As all these guys have now 17 laps on this stint. Tires starting to give up just a little bit. But still able to maintain side-by-side formation up front. Looks like Bud is able to hang on to the lead for the most part. Maintaining side-by-side is your leaders. Right there in third, Charles trying to close the gap down. Not going to happen, and I'll tell you what, Thomas is going to end up clearing on this high side, I do believe. We've seen him do this before. If he could just get one car to go up there with him down the straightaway, give him a little bit of drafting help, that would help him close the gap down to the bottom. Now nearly making contact out front. But man, these guys are running close. Benjamin back there trying to drop to the bottom, trying to look for a lane, nothing doing there. Right now Douglas back in fourth. As you see the top 4 up here pretty much all in one groove of the racetrack. Oh man, look at the run that Douglas got down the back straightaway. Douglas trying to make this move on the bottom work. He'll lose most of the momentum now. Bud still, though, trying to hang on to the lead. .55 out of 150 here complete tonight. Working at lap number 56. Here we go. Down back through the front straightaway. Both lanes pretty even. We're going to drop back a little ways. We got Dwight trying to make up some ground here in the 8th position. Mike Morrison 9th. Michael Spell back in 10th. Top 10 now kind of broke away from the rest of the pack. Now up front, Bud Steele trying to push the issue, trying to get the lead back away from Thomas. Side by side out of turn 2 still, and yet nobody really able to clear themselves away from this front 2. As we're coming closer and closer to lap 60. We have about 23 laps left in this stint before we'll head back down pit road. As they battle almost wheel to wheel up front. They've been maintaining this lap after lap after lap. Bud's still trying to hang on to the lead. You're taking a look at Douglas as he tries to close the gap down now for third. He is right there, but he just can't make the move for second. Oh, they may have got a little stacked up down the back straightaway this time. Douglas right to that rear gearbox of Bud, but he had to lift way off. You seen that air come into effect going in the corner. He had to lift. Killed every bit of his momentum. I see a photo finish in the future here. Photo finish coming here very shortly, folks. Because Bud and Thomas have been going at it lap after lap after lap. Still side by side as they run their way out of corner number 4. Bud on the bottom of the racetrack. Trying to clear, but man, he has had to fight 24 lead changes scored. Alright, it's time to make an announcement on Extreme Sim TV. New record. 24 lead changes. That's right, 24 sets the new record for Extreme Sim TV. Congratulations to the Crow's Nest, now with 25 lead changes in a total of 66 laps. And I have a feeling this record's going to be really hard for anybody to break. Oh, we see an aggressive move right there. It looks like 4/4. James Brooks had to dive to the bottom down the back straightaway to make it work. Try to get 4th position. Oh yeah, 27 lead changes like it's nothing. These guys are something else. Swapping this lead back and forth. Bud along with Thomas. 68 laps complete. Oh, look how tight these guys are getting off the corner. $69 in the books. We're about 13 or so, 14 laps away from green flag stops. Yeah, Jimmy, this is amazing. This is I'm almost to the point where I'm speechless. It's a huge move. 3 wide now for the lead. Oh man. Holy cow. James Brooks takes it 3 wide. Bud has to lift. Oh my goodness, that's going to give Thomas the lead, but a 3 wide move going into turn number 3 nearly ended in disaster. Now look at James Brooks motoring up to the lead. Where did he come from? He cleared those front two. James Brooks to the lead now. Oh, and make that 28 lead changes on the evening. Or 29 now. Here comes Thomas to the outside. Trying to get back around James Brooks. Bud in a little bit of unfamiliar spot back in third. First time he's been that far back all race long. Douglas back here trying to gain on the top 3. They're spread out down the back straightaway. Thomas on the outside. Brooks on the inside out of turn number 4. Thomas is going to take back over the lead. That's going to make for lead change 30. 74 out of 150 complete. And once again, back on the bottom. Here it comes to James Brooks. Keep in mind, if we get the green flag pit stop here in a couple of laps, these guys are going to have to use the service entrance road over in turn number 3. Still side by side up front, Brooks, Thomas. Wheel to wheel off of turn 4. And Thomas will be scored as a leader that time by. And now in at third, here comes Douglas trying to make something happen. This is insanity. $77 out of 150. Somebody clip this and send it to iRacing for their monthly top 10, because this is well deserving to be there. Lap after lap after lap, side by side. Pick your clip, because there's plenty of them within this race. Now on the bottom, a Douglas, and up front that is James. Those two in those similar painted cars now, trying to work the bottom of the racetrack to clear Thomas. Jimmy, Maria, I know you guys are watching, all in favor of the F1 League. Say aye. I say aye. Now outside, Thomas trying to make it work. Can't get clear. 34 lead changes. Holy cow. 80 out of 150 now. James Brooks on the bottom. Bud Steele, after he dropped back a little ways, had him a little bit of trouble getting back up to the lead. I'm sure he'll get there. Estimated 2 laps away from a green flag pit stops. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. When do you come down, and do you want to come down as a group? Because these cars, oh no! No, no, no. What in the world? I looked at the monitor and next thing I know there's a car sideways. Somebody got clipped. And we're still green. A couple cars now on pit road as pit stops are beginning to take effect here. Douglas down pit road. Dave Lane out on track still. Bud still back to the lead. Bud still with the biggest lead he's had all night. A couple of tenths of a second, or a little bit of a lead here for Bud as he's getting ready to make his green and flag stop. Cross the start finish line one more time. There is a Benjamin on a pit road. The white right here in fifth position. Craig is sitting in fourth right now. Now we got a couple more in a pass. Oh man, how dicey. That was Craig and Spell coming to pit road. Bud Steele, again the master of fuel saving, still out on track. Heading down the back straightaway. Now Bud will commit to his stop. And it looks like everyone will be able to make it from here on fuel. No big issues there this week, unlike Thursday where it was so close. Alright, Bud Steele on pit road. And I'll be right back with you here in a moment. Alright, we're going to keep the camera on Bud here, see where he comes out. He came down as the leader. Exiting pit road now. Be careful on cold tires. Dwight's coming. There's Dwight. Here comes the pack of cars on the outside. Thomas leading the way. Oh my goodness. A dive to the bottom from Douglas. Bud right there, he's still coming up to speed. Here comes Douglas. A big head of steam. Good job by Bud, able to hang on to the lead so far. Douglas with a big head of steam though to the outside. And he will clear Bud down the back straightaway, looks like. Into turn number 3 and 4, and indeed he cleared, and you see how Bud's car started to whoosh up. Or Douglas stowed to the bottom. Absolutely insanity out here tonight. Now, side by side, Bud Steele, Thomas, battling it out, 89 and 150 complete. Final pit stop should come around lap 133. Still side by side up front. Thomas trying to hang on to that lead. And he's got all kinds of pressure from Douglas. Trying to take it away, and indeed Douglas will. As they exit turn number 2, here comes Bud looking to make it 3 wide. Nope, no room. Has to lift. Good racing there from Bud to lift out of the throttle. insane amount of racing here. Bud Steele is second and third to Douglas second, Thomas first. But there's a gap back to fourth. A pretty good little gap back to the White, back and forth. Benjamin back in fifth. James Brooks in sixth. Now back up front, Thomas to the bottom. They'll make a move, trying to make something work. Now, side by side is Thomas and Douglas. Oh my goodness, Douglas now. Edges out in front. Not for long. Here comes Thomas on the high side. 94 laps in the books. Thomas now edging ahead. Douglas, oh my goodness, Douglas to the bottom. Douglas now edging back by. Oh, look at the move now. Douglas dives to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get back and under. Oh, goodness gracious. Douglas scored your leader once again. Here comes Thomas switching back over to the bottom. .42. That's right, 42 lap or 42 rechanges and a total of 98 laps. Next time by, we will see 50 laps to go. Bud still trying to get back up there, try to make the pass for the lead once again. .100 laps complete of 150 here tonight. Thomas back to the lead. I'm telling you what, these guys have put on a clinic here tonight. See if we can grab Jimmy Crow at the Crow's Nest up here.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey Crow, you got a copy on me, buddy?
Oh, yes, sir.
Man, oh man alive, what a race, my friends. They're still battling side by side up front, buddy. Still side by side out front, as we've got Mr. Jimmy Crow Jr. in the booth with us here for a moment. 102 laps complete. Well, Jimmy, what do you think about the racing out there right now?
Oh, it's been amazing. The drivers you're commentating has been wonderful. The drivers are doing one heck of a job putting on. I wanted to go to bed. I got to watching the race, watching your broadcast. I couldn't go to sleep. I had to stay up and watch the race. It's been amazing.
44 lead changes. Now make that 45. Goodness gracious.
That's one of the best races I've seen. I mean, these are them kind of races where there's one winner, but if it's a race like this, everybody wins, and it's been really good. You can't thank the drivers enough.
For sure, for sure. Oh, nearly contact up front. Holy cow. Whoa. All right, so you had a little bit of an announcement to make there, buddy. You want to clue
Yes,
everybody in?
Yeah, I'd like to announce that Crow's Nest Indy Racing League is going to be doing an F1 series on Monday nights. It's going to be 5 weeks. That's when all the other series end, and there will be a full series season 2. So we're going to be 5 weeks live here on Extreme Sim TV with Mr. Matthew. He does a wonderful job. We are recruiting. It's been an awesome race and an awesome partnership with Extreme Sim TV, and we just appreciate everybody and appreciate everything. And Senior's done a wonderful job. I'm a little jealous of getting this kind of action, but hey, I'm proud of him and all the drivers in this race and everybody participating.
Alrighty, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to let you go as Bud comes on pit road unscheduled. I don't know, Jimmy. He'll be able to make it from here, but he is pitting way early, as he could have made it to 135 there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But we're going to let you go, Jimmy. Go enjoy the broadcast. Eat some popcorn.
Oh yes, sir. And Bud, knowing Bud, he's one heck of a open wheel driver. He's probably got something up his sleeve. He's probably got some kind of strategy. He normally stays at the front and he normally there at the end, but a lot of good racing. Thomas has been doing really good. All the drivers have done amazing. And thank you, sir.
Alrighty, buddy. We'll talk to you at the end of this one, bud.
Yes, sir.
User was moved out
There
of your
you
channel.
have it. Brand new series coming to Extreme Sim TV. It's F1 time. I'm interested to see what the track schedule is for that one. That one's going to be something. Alrighty. Bud's still early pit stop. He can have ripped around lap 135. He comes in early. Right now, 47 lead changes. Just an unbelievably amount of lead changes there. Benjamin now up to P2. Holy crap. Holy cow. Alright, Benjamin setting P2. The white up there in P1 leading the way right now. Again, some different pit stop strategy here. And I'm going to step away for one moment and I'll be right back with you. Dwight in the lead. Benjamin out there in second. A pretty big gap, but remember around lap 135, these guys are going to have to pit. Bud Steele done been on pit road. A couple more cars, I believe, came down with him. So the action's kind of calmed down a little bit here. As we near towards these pit stops, it will change. 47 total lead changes so far here tonight. .122 of 1 to 50 in the books. Benjamin's still sitting in P2 as they run right now. Michael Spell right now in third. .125 out of 150 here so far. Spell trying to close the gap, and he's right here with Bud. You see Bud right there. Again, Bud already has made a pit stop. He should be good to go to the end. Lap 126 is going to go on the board. I feel like Bud's probably sitting in the best spot here. The White's got to pit again. .129 out of 150. As the White heads down pit road, that'll start the green flag cycles. Nice pit entry for the White here as we're coming to 20 laps to go. Looks like fuel only for Dwight. He's back out on track. We'll see where he cycles around in relation to Bud. 20 laps to go. Bud is still right now 7th. The White right now running in 4th. Douglas 5th. And Thomas is 6th. The White, though, with that pit strategy, still leading with a little bit of a gap. Fuel only for the White. Here comes Thomas and them. They're working the draft. They may be able to catch him. Bud Steele may be a little too far back, but he is right there as well with 19 laps remaining. Right now, Benjamin to pit road, so that's your leader on pit road. That's going to turn it over to Michael. Michael will now take the lead. $18 to go now. 18 more trips around Homestead, Miami Speedway. $17 laps to go. Now, Michael here will have to stop. He's working the 48th lap, or the 48th lap of his stint. So he'll have to stop in the next 2 laps. He'll make another lap here. Dwight here on his 3rd lap, he should be fine. Bud working his 25th lap, so he is good to go to the end. Here we go. 16 laps remaining. We're just waiting on Dwight, on Michael here. Or, excuse me, Mitchell up here in the lead. Excuse me. Mitchell leading the way to drive down to pit road. And that will turn it over to Dwight. Here comes Dwight out of corner number, or down the back straightaway. Now he'll take over the lead, or should. He's got Thomas right here behind him. As Thomas makes the pass on Douglas, Dwight now to the lead. Holy cow. Now can Dwight hang on for 15 laps? He's got a gap. Sixth lap of his stint. I'm trying to get the numbers here to get y'all a distance back. Man, he has got a heck of a gap here. But that fuel only stopped about 1.5 seconds is what he's got to hang on to the lead with. Again, fuel only for Dwight has got him just 1.6 seconds lead. These guys back here racing behind him, they need to try to slingshot each other to make this work. 1.6 still is your gap from first to second. 13 laps to go. $1.7 now. Coming to 12 laps to go, a gap up front of 1.7 seconds. Man, that fuel strategy just might win it for Dwight here tonight, as he has got drafting help with him. $1.5. They gained about a tenth. Bud now worked his way back to the top 3 as they worked their way into turn 1. This is your battle for second. Dwight here has a little bit of help up there with him, and that is helping him. A couple of cars there. You see Thomas right there in P2. He's gonna have to, what a block from Thomas to hold on to P2. 10 laps to go. Right now, 1.8 seconds back. Coming out of turn number 4. Just don't think they're close enough to really get a draft to get up there. As long as nothing happens, the White may have this thing lined out perfectly. Dwight just needs these lap down cars that's right there with him to stay right with him. Charles Johnson up there in 10th, 1 lap down. Dave Lane, the first car 1 lap down, sitting there right behind your leader. So your leader needs Dave to stay right there with him and not really leave him. But meanwhile, Dwight is just counting his lucky stars that he's got that traffic right there with him to help. Bud's still now back to 3rd. They're racing around for 2nd like it's the friggin', oh, whoa, hello. Whoa, that was nearly disaster. 6 laps to go in this one. Thomas sitting there in a P2, 1.888 back. The White now. P1 with 5 laps to go. 50 lead changes on the evening. Bud's still back here in 3rd. Following along, trying to gain some ground, but it's just not going to work. There's a 1.8 second gap to your lead. Four laps to go. The White up in front. Coming to 3 to go. Three laps to go, and Dwight will walk away with the win here tonight. Now coming to 2 laps to go. Dwight up front trying to hang on. The gap now to second, 1.6 seconds back. They're a little too far back now to do anything. But they're going to be side by side, but Dwight up front leading the way. They have gained it now down to 1.5, 1 lap to go for Dwight up front leading the way. As they head toward the checker flag, Dwight run the perfect strategy, took fuel only, and he'll head through turns number 3 and 4, and he'll head on the front straightaway, and he'll win it here at Homestead. Dwight's going to pick up the win. And we check on second, photo finish for second, but Thomas gets it over Bud Steele. Holy cow, we'll go back and take a look at that finish for P2. And I mean, it was oh so close through 3 and 4, and by a wheel, Thomas picks up P2. We'll take a look at your finishing results here momentarily. All right, let's take a look here. Your winner, Mr. Dwight, wins the race. He had 36 laps. 36 laps was led by Dwight. Let's see if we can get an interview with him right quick.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Dwight, you got a copy of me, buddy?
I sure do.
All
Hold
right.
on a second.
All righty.
Okay, I'm here.
All righty, buddy. You picked up the win. A little bit of fuel strategy there at the end, and you was able to hang on and pick up the win here tonight.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of strategy involved, and it was great. It just worked out in my favor.
All righty, man. Well, way to go. Great win, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Alrighty, man. Well, Dwight, you led 36 laps too. You were up front quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, it just like I said earlier, it was all strategy, and I was surprised it was just one caution. I could have used the second one to just kind of cool off, but yeah, I'm glad it worked out that way.
Alrighty, man. Well, anybody you'd like to thank?
I just want to thank Jimmy Crow and Jimmy Crow Sr. and Miss Marie for putting this up, and it was great. I had a great time.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, congratulations on your win. Go enjoy it, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
User
We
was
will
moved out
see
of
if
your
we can
channel.
grab your second place finisher here. Sorry about that. Mr. Thomas.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Thomas, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Well, you got second literally by a wheel there, buddy.
Oh yeah, that was a nail biter. Me and Bud, I could not let him get that inside, man. If I knew if I gave it to him, he was gonna take it from me. But I was shocked. Oh, well, first place. Did he only take fuel?
Yeah, he only took fuel.
Man, I was wondering. He was about 2 seconds. I was waiting for him to pit. I was like, man, is he going pit? And he never pit. And the guys, they said something about he only took fuel or something. Like, dang, made a huge difference.
Yeah, he only took fuel there. He played a great strategy. We led 36 laps here tonight, man. So nothing to be ashamed of at all.
Oh, definitely. It was a lot of fun running with Doug. We had the little slingshot thing going on, trying to stay away from Bud, but they ended up catching us at the end.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on P2 here tonight, buddy.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
All right.
User was moved out of your channel.
Let's see if we can grab Bud in here. Mr. Bud coming home in a P3 tonight.
User was moved to your channel.
Well, hey, Bud, you got beat for P2 by a nose there, buddy.
Oh, man, that was a fun race right there. Dwight, I don't know what he did on that last pit stop, but I pitted early, and I thought, well, take less fuel, take less time, but man, Dwight must have had a heck of a stop.
Yeah, he did fuel only. He did fuel only. He only did fuel, didn't take tires.
Well, he did the right thing for sure.
Alrighty, man. Well, you led 47 laps tonight. Good run for you out there.
Yeah, that was well, it was a lot of run. Take a little used to getting used to that car, but after a while, it drives like a lot of other things.
Yeah, it was a crazy race to watch. A lot of side by side battling. Man, it was just one of those crazy, insane races. I think there was a total of 50 lead changes over the evening.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, it was. Well, when I was on that inside, I couldn't see if who was on my outside was leading the lap or not, or I wasn't paying attention. I'll put it that way. So it must have been swapping back and forth right there coming to the line.
Oh, most definitely. Well, man, congratulations on third, and anybody you'd like to thank.
Oh, thank Crow's Nest Indie League for setting this up, and Jimmy and Pops and Marie and all the Crow's Nest drivers. Great bunch of guys.
Alrighty, man. Well, it was great. It was fun to watch, and congratulations on third.
Take care.
Once again, great to see Bud out there racing. Bud, it's always a lot of fun to watch you there, man.
Yeah, I try to race every lap, so that's the way to do it.
Alrighty, buddy. See you later.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
You too.
User was moved out
All
of your
right,
channel.
let's take a look at your race results, and then we will get out of here. We'll look at our unofficial results. All right, coming home with the win, Dwight. Very great win for him. Setting back there in second again. Just a heck of a race for P2. Thomas and Bud going at it. Just all time great finish there. Back there in fourth was Douglas. James Brooks comes home fifth this evening. Again, it was just that top five there that I just read off. It was just an amazing show. So back in P number 6 was Benjamin, followed by Darian. Um, let's see, Mitchell, Craig, and then Michael Spell back in 10th. Great run for those guys as well. And then back in 11th, Mr. Dave Lane. James Ledford comes home 12th tonight. 13th, Larry. 14th, Harold. And scoring 15th, Mr. Mike. In P16, that's going to be Charles Johnson, followed by David Overstreet, Brent, and Brandon, and that would be your field, as Mr. Crow did not start this one this evening. All right, folks. What a race it was tonight. Don't forget, this is going to be an ongoing deal. I'm going to get with the Crow's Nest, get the schedule worked out, and there'll be some more F1 racing coming your way. And tonight was just a showcase of how good these drivers are. It was a lot of fun to call. And this has been Matt up in the booth. Until next time, guys, be safe. Have a great night.